Just wait till you see my shortcut chicken breading process, sweeties. You are going to love it. Hey, sweeties. Yeah, we're doing that delicious chicken parm and roasted vegetables all in the air fryer. And I'm using this Medea double decker air fryer. I showed you this in a previous video where I took the measurements and showed you the details of how it works. But today we are going to do a straight up recipe for chicken parm. Let's get into it. But first, please subscribe to Sweet Savant. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell. And now let's make this chicken parm and roasted vegetables, air fried chicken parm and roasted vegetables in this Medea air fryer. I'm using zucchini, yellow squash, red pepper, sweet red bell peppers, and an onion, chopping them up. And I'll put the amounts in the description box so you know exactly what I did. And I just chopped them into about 2-inch pieces, not too fine because we don't want it to burn, but we do want to get a little char on them. So we're not going to spend too much time chopping up the vegetables. This goes pretty quickly. Then we are going to drizzle the vegetables with some oil and season them with some dried herbs, some like Italian seasoning, and get that into the air fryer. This Medea air fryer has a 6-quart basket on the top, and I was afraid that all these vegetables were not going to fit, but they did. And you want to toss those vegetables with just about a tablespoon, maybe even less, of vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever you like to use, something that's not going to burn, and then season it. I used a little seasoned salt, and I added some dried oregano, dried basil, and put them into the preheated top basket portion of this air fryer. And I really piled it in there. A lot of times, you will see the directions say to put this in one layer, but I really piled it in and then tossed it around as it cooked because I just wanted to get it all done just at one time. And these vegetables will shrink down as they cook. And we're feeding a family of 4, so we want to make sure that we have plenty of these roasted vegetables to go around. I'm cooking dinner for 4, but these chicken breasts were huge, so I cut them in half. I mean, they're gigantic. And I have this seasoning blend, some of like Italian herbs and some adobo, some paprika in there, a little garlic powder. So darn tasty. Season both sides of your chicken pieces as evenly as you can with a seasoning blend. And again, I'll put all of this in the description box. And instead of doing a breading station where you do like an egg wash and then in one bowl and breadcrumbs in another bowl, I'm using mayonnaise to stick the breadcrumbs to the chicken breast, and it works pretty good. This is not like a thick coating. Like if you want a really thick coating, then you want to do the sort of traditional egg wash and breadcrumb method. But this for sort of a light coating works just fine. And frankly, I just didn't want to go through the trouble of getting 2 more dishes dirty and making an egg wash and all of that stuff. So this is what you do. You just coat evenly with a couple of tablespoons of mayonnaise and then sprinkle the breadcrumbs on top and get the breadcrumbs coated evenly on there. And that's it. I mean, it's really, really simple. Kind of press those breadcrumbs in. And this is a seasoned, Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. I think it was like Progresso or something. Just your standard breadcrumb mix. And get each piece nicely coated, and that's it. I did make a bit of the mess on the counter. We'll clean that up later. Don't worry about it. Let's check on those vegetables again. And they're starting to cook. You see they're getting a little brown around the edges. We want to toss them around to make sure that all of those vegetables cook evenly. And again, in this Midea air fryer, it's the only one I've ever seen that has two ovens stacked on top of each other, with one being like an air fryer oven on the bottom and then the drawer on the top. So we're going to put our chicken breasts in the bottom on this little grill pan and slide that in. And you can cook at two different temperatures, and you can sync the finish so that they will all be done cooking at the same time. It gives you a little alert when it's time to turn your food. And that's still, I see, I just gently turn it so the breadcrumbs don't go flying all over the place, but it works really well. Now we'll turn these chicken breasts over and put it back into the oven to finish cooking. And I'll put the temperatures and everything down in the description box. And thanks to Midea for sending this air fryer over so I can show you. I really am impressed with the way it works. Now I'm just taking a jarred marinara sauce. This is a Mazzetta marinara sauce, and putting a couple of tablespoons of sauce onto each of these chicken breast pieces and spreading it around. And then we're going to top that with some shredded cheese. It's like an Italian blend cheese with, we've got some shredded mozzarella, some shredded Parmesan in there. And we just want to place the shredded cheese on top of our marinara sauce, which is on top of our chicken breast. And the chicken breast is mostly done at this point. So we just want to get the cheese back under there and broil it so the cheese is nice and melty and bubbly. So let's pop this back into that drawer part of the air fryer and let that finish up cooking. Now, if you don't have a double-decker air fryer like this, you can certainly bake your chicken parmesan in the oven, or you can even fry it on the stovetop if you want, and you can roast your vegetables in the oven, or if you have just a standard air fryer, you can do that as well. So, you know, it's not like you have to have this air fryer to make this meal, but I tell you what, it really makes it simple and kind of fun just to do your whole meal in this air fryer. And we'll look at this cheesy goodness right here. And we'll just plate that up with our roasted vegetables, zucchini, yellow squash, red peppers, onion, and you can toss some pasta in there if you want. Chicken parm in the bottom, roasted vegetables in the top, a complete dinner. Wow. I mean, I haven't seen anything quite like the Medea double decker. Take my glasses off. Two in one air fryer basket on the top, air fryer oven on the bottom. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Let me know what you think. Check the description box for the full details, how to order. And I mean, I'm impressed.